What's up everyone, welcome to my third attempt of cheesing every single game in the $400 tournament. The weekly ESL Cup has been my nemesis for a while now. We've gotten really far. We even got to the finals, but we haven't quite won. And I know I've done this before, but I want to keep cheesing until I win it, so let's do it again. Alright, so my first opponent is a 5.2k Terran, and I decided to play random to spice it up a little bit. Now, most of this episode, unless I lose to this guy, of course, is gonna be playing with Terran. There we go, we got Terran anyway. Probably gonna tell him I'm Terran, to be fair, because my Terran is good enough that, I could probably mess him up a little bit too much if he didn't realize what race I was. Now, what kind of cheese am I gonna do? I want to do something a little bit off meta, I don't want to do like a normal cheese. The first cheese that popped into my mind just now was going to be that Thor rush. I think I've done it maybe twice in speedrunning episodes, and the Thor rush is I just love it so much. It's incredible. And sometimes it even looks broken. Like I would just fly into someone's base with a Thor and they would just die. So that's, that's a pretty fantastic strategy. So I think I'm going to do that. Now, the reason why I really wanted to play random for this series is because through speedrunning SE2, and also through Proxy Nexus and Proxy Grandmaster, I feel like I found so many cool cheeses against Terran in particular that when we do play against a good Terran player in a best-of-3 format like this, it is just really fun to actually try it out and see how far you can get with those cheeses. Now here we got Terran anyway. I don't mind it. I just didn't really know what race I wanted to play. And any race would be fun. You don't see random play a lot in these tournaments. So that's also something I can add to it and make it a little bit more exciting. Now, I already had a little bit of a peek at the bracket. Now, I do think when I do cheeses every single game, usually my runs are pretty decent. Like, cheeses are pretty good. I kind of vibe with the cheeses as well. They bring me in a good mood. And just to clarify, guys, when I say cheesing, I don't mean that I have to do a ridiculous one-base in every game. I want to do strategies that I do need to either win the game with or do a lot of damage, either on 1 or 2 base, but if I do a lot of damage, I am actually allowed to transition from it as long as I open with a cheese, basically. So, obviously, this game is going to not be one of those cases because I'm going to do a one-base Thor all-in, in which my factory is actually a little bit late, by the way. So that is not the best start I've ever had, but that's okay. We'll manage to get over it, I'm sure. Should I make a second Reaper, actually, for the mind games? I think it could be a decent idea. Second Reaper, yeah, I'll just get it. Because my factory was a little bit late, I think I can afford it. I'm not super happy with this. Like, my factory was definitely too late. I thought my scout was in time, but it's not... yeah, it didn't actually give me the right timing there. So I would say my Thor is probably somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds delayed. Doesn't sound like a big deal. It is probably a medium deal, I would say. I don't think anyone ever uses that, but yeah, I would say that is a medium deal, so it's not great, but we can make it out of it alive, hopefully. It's a little bit worrisome because the Thor flying in and killing them instantly definitely has something to do with timing, right? Now, I'm gonna go with these Reapers just to go for the distraction. This is a risky strategy to use for my build, because now my base is completely open. He can scout my base, and I do not have the factory to defend anything coming into my base right now. So this is definitely not the smartest strategy on paper. Now we are going to see... Oh, he's actually making a lot of units. That's good to know. Let me try if we can get some SCVs here. It is a pretty good distraction no matter what. But yeah, he's going to attack me. Can I survive? I'm actually tempted to make a bunker here, to be fair. It's going to be late. But at the same time, guys, this is a big deal. It's not a medium deal like the other thing. This is actually a big deal. So... he is not making a tech lab early on. He made more Reapers and Hellions, which means that he might not have the necessary tools for my Thor. At the same time, I cannot transfer my Marines across to help the Thor because he has way too many units on the map. And that's where I'm kind of regretting a little bit not getting that reactor faster. Now, I did kill 3 SCVs, which is pretty nice. Losing SCVs in TVT early game does really suck, especially if you play these double gas builds with a very late, just with a very late natural with a slow economy. You don't want to lose any SCVs, even 3 SCVs. 4 or 5 would actually be pretty tragic. Now, I wouldn't say it's tragic yet, but it's not great for him. Now, I have a feeling he might be trying to attack me. Normally, I want to send these Marines across the map to help my Thor out. Here... yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna be attacked and I move these out on the map, we're gonna be a little bit sad. So I think I'm just gonna go with the Thor alone and see how it goes. Oh, it seems like he might be going for some kind of... oh, nice. He locked onto that. That's perfectly fine for me. Then we can just keep killing all of his stuff. Let's target the Reapers. Hey, there we go. I have to pick it up every time. He dropped an auto turret already, which is fantastic. I really wish the thing stopped targeting the freaking... what's it called? Oh, can we actually kill this? Yeah, the Raven is actually what's costing me this fight here, because my Thor keeps attacking the Raven. And there was nothing I could do about it, really. I needed, like, perfect target fire. And now with the second Thor, I'm gonna try to help with my Marines, and I'm gonna expand. I was considering pulling... Actually, I'm gonna pull a few SCVs. I'll pull 4. I was considering pulling a lot of them, but I do definitely want some kind of a transition here. I don't think we can realistically kill him. He's not going to have a lot of units, but yet I don't really believe that we're going to be able to kill him here. So I'm just going to go with the Marines and enough SCVs to repair the Thor for a bit. He did make a second Cyclone, and his tank was definitely late. Let's see, is there a bunker or anything here? Doesn't really seem like it, so I'm just going to go chill down here. That's a bunch of lock-ons onto the Thor, actually, which I can just micro. That's really nice. And now he's going to go for a triple lock-on. He's going to lose every single SCV for it, though. It's actually going to stay alive for quite a while. Is it going to stay alive forever? No, right? No, okay, it barely goes down. That was quite close there. Now, I wish I had another medevac. I'm actually going to boost this one away. Oh, he's actually landing the Viking. That gives me a target to kill. That is quite nice, not going to lie. Maybe I can kill another unit here. That'd be fantastic. Wait, guys. What if... Okay, this is actually the dumbest strategy I've ever done, I think. This is even... Yeah, this is even dumber than any of my challenges. What if I just hide two Thors in medevacs and then send them after? And then behind it, I'm just gonna go for a 3-rax. Oh, he did find me. Ooh. That is a little bit scary. Is he gonna come? He is gonna... Oh, this is a perfect opportunity, though. He's gonna come for the factory, and that's gonna allow me to send this into his main base. That is the plan here, guys. Here we go. This is gonna be huge. Is he gonna come back, or is he just gonna allow all the losses? Oh, that Thor is barely not gonna finish. Oh, he didn't target that one, right? That Thor is so close to finishing, but it might barely not. Oh, it's actually not gonna finish. He's losing so much at home, though. I'm actually going to start a bunch of barracks. This is the weirdest transition ever. And it's not supposed to work at all. Oh, he has a free tank there as well. Definitely going to get some really good trade. I mean, if he loses more SCVs, guys, like, I don't know. The biggest problem is that I don't have a factory at home. So I can quite literally not do anything against the Cyclones. Like, Marines just can't catch up to them, right? So that is going to be a problem. I hope it's not going to be too big of a problem. He still hasn't come back with his army. Okay, there we go. He is finally back. I'm going to kill the Raven there. Actually, we did get the Raven, that's nice. And he came back with his army, which is really good for us, I think. Because like I said, I wouldn't be able to defend it. But now my economy is way better anyway. And... let me put that one Marine in. And I get some more time to do a follow-up. So I'm gonna go for my stim and combat shield. Guys, I can tell you, I promise what I'm doing right now is not a build. This follow-up it's not a thing, okay? That's all I can say. This follow-up is not something you should be trying in coffee. I have no idea why I'm playing freaking 4 racks against a terror player with no third command center. Like, I got nothing here. This is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm trying to win with a really silly strategy. I just kind of imagined... Yeah, exactly. He would be walking across, and then I'm gonna go into his base with my freaking random ass Marine force. There we go. Tank is gonna die. He would have never expected something like this, because it's so weird. I thought I saw him siege a tank there. I'm not 100% sure. Wait, can I kill the orbital? No way. Guys, is he gonna lose the orbital to this? Oh, no. The most random move ever that ended up being brilliant. Guys, this is not a wall. He messed his wall up earlier in the game. I actually remember that. Oh, no, what an absolute tragedy for our guy over here. He's probably like, wait, what? How are these in my base right now? Well, I'm sorry, my friend. You should have walled that one off a little bit better. And that is an absolutely tragic way for him to lose all of his SCVs. I'm gonna kill a few of his Cyclones now. Last few Cyclones taking an absolute beating here. He does still have some Vikings. Oh, he's gonna lose that Cyclone? Yeah, there we go. And now he has... Oh, I thought my Marines were gonna lose that fight, guys. Not gonna lie. But now, obviously, he has nothing left. And there we go. This has to be the most ridiculous Thor cheese I've ever done. I made freaking 4 Thors from this proxy factory. I was really dead. I really was super dead into that game until I flew the Thor back in his main base when he was out. He killed so many ECPs, so many tanks, and we got back ahead. That was a beautiful cheese. A cheese that you can only dream of executing. Let's go for game number 2. All right, here we go. Game number 2. I'm playing random again. I guess we'll see. Oh, wait, I think we got Terran again, right? Because it says supply depot. Oh my god, guys, I guess it's a Terran episode. Oh, man. I was really looking forward to doing like a really disgusting proxy hatch here. But I guess it is gonna be a Terran cheese. He was probably hoping for me to get Zerg or something like that. He's like, oh man, this sucks. All right, now we beat him with the quadruple Thor proxy. Now, is there a cheese I can think of that's even stupider than that? You know, I feel like I'm pretty creative, guys, but I'm not sure if I can beat myself after that one. I'm trying to think of another cool cheese that I maybe didn't want in the speedrunning episodes. You shouldn't gamble today. No, exactly. Yeah, poor guy, man. He had a very good chance for me to be something I'm a little bit worse with, but unfortunately for him, I did get a double Terran. Now, I want to do something crazy, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna let my hands do something ridiculous. I'm not gonna think about it too much. I'm gonna try to even forget the basics of the game. I'll just make like a bunch of random add-ons and then just see where it goes. Obviously, I don't want it to be cheesy. I am gonna attack him fast. I think, actually, I'm gonna see if he SCV scouts, and if he doesn't, I'll just go for like an instant tech lab and make Marauders. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't know how to do this build, but I had a friend who once told me on my stream to do like a one-base Marauder stim attack. Like, you just make a tech lab and make Marauders and stim instantly. And I think you just attack with like a medevac with 4 Marauders. And I believe you were supposed to drop on top of their tank or something like that. Like, I know it sounds really stupid. And it probably is. But that sounds like the perfect strategy for the scenario, I think. I'm going to go for the tech lab. I'm going to make the factory. Probably should be cutting a little bit of gas here. I mean, I am freestyling this. Well, actually, I can't afford stim then. I'll make sure to afford stim and then I'll cut gas, I believe. I don't know how important that is, to be fair, because stim takes it pretty much an eternity anyway. There we go. I'm going to go for Marauders. My opponent is playing a similar double gas as the last game. Is that only... Oh, he's only mining this with 1 SCV, guys. That is very economical. Oh, I forgot... Wait, how early did I scout exactly? Why is the Reaper already out? Oh, that's a little bit of an oopsie, guys. I guess I scouted a little bit later than I thought I did. Well, there you go, guys. It's a warm-up, guys. First series of the day doesn't count, right? Okay, it's just a warm-up. Don't worry about it. I did make the mistake, by the way, of playing gas first. I mean, at the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do yet, right? So it makes sense, but... yeah, the resource ratio was not quite perfect doing this from a gas first. I should have gone for my barracks. And then the double gas, but it's all good. And I guess now I can use the Marauders to kind of lock down my base. I don't even know if I want my opponent to see my Marauders, because it's such a weird unit to see early on. He's probably going to prepare for something. Though, to be fair, after the last game, I think he might be expecting some really stupid builds to come out anyway, right? I wonder if someone can lose to that strategy and go like, yeah, the next game... I think my opponent is going to play a very sophisticated macro game with a lot of good macro decisions. I don't think that's what he's thinking right now. I bet he's thinking like, oh man, freaking uThermal with his stupid builds. He's probably going to bring out something like that again. And he's not wrong, because we're going to go for the 1-base Marauder stim attack. I'm going to have exactly 4 Marauders. Yeah, he might check my natural at this time. Now, keep in mind, he did cut 3 SCVs out of gas instead of just 2, which can mean... oh, wait, I thought it was an SCV for a second. Which can mean that he's going to make extra Reapers and Hellions, because he doesn't have enough money to get tanks out and Ravens out fast enough. But I guess we'll see. The 1-base Raven stim attack. Like, normally you have concussive shells with this. We do not care about concussive shells here, okay? This is just pure, absolute nonsense. That's the best way I can explain it. I guess I'll probably switch these add-ons over to make it... at least kind of resemble a normal build order. That's the plan. Does he have a bunker this time? He doesn't. Oh, here we go. The Marauders with stim, guys. Look at them. Oh, they're beautiful. Got a bunch of those already. Can we get the Cyclone? Oh, we're not going to get it. I need to micro this out. Oh, no, I attacked the rocks on accident. Man, these Marauders are not dying. What the hell is this build? This is not... Holy cow, guys. Oh, I didn't make my... I was wondering why I had all this money. Yo, look at every SCV just dying, though. This is pretty crazy. And I'm just going to be able to kill those Marines. I think I'm fast enough to kill the Cyclone, even. I do need to be careful, though. I don't want to get surrounded too easily. Man, the Cyclone is very fast. Let's see if I can get a fat hit on those SCVs. I can't. But that was... Actually, I can't believe I'm saying this right now. That looked like a strategy I might do again at some point in my life. And I think that's crazy enough for a 1-base Marauder drop stim opener. I really think that's crazy enough of a thing to say. Now, my money management wasn't the best, to be fair. I kind of messed up with the add-on switching. I thought I didn't switch yet, but I already did. And then I forgot to build my natural, so the macro wasn't perfect. But I was mostly just being really impressed with the builder. Like, forgive me for being distracted, guys, but I was legitimately distracted by what was happening on my own screen because I couldn't just believe it. Now, I need to settle in and go for the macro game here at this point. Like, that's the thing. If you transition from these kind of builds, I had no reactor, but he already had all of his add-ons, so his army is going to be bigger and realistically a little bit stronger when it comes to army composition. So I guess I'm just going to be sharking around here a little bit, try to catch some units, but we need to play it a little bit more relaxed. I do want to keep it weird, though. You guys know me. I love being in the spirit of my challenge, so I'm going to keep it a little bit weird. I want to maybe go for a second factory extra fast and do some ridiculous tank push. Wait, maybe. Guys, the thing is, I do have stim, you know? Normally, you don't have stim. I can theoretically play a mech game with stim here, and then still have stim for my marines that are gonna accompany my mech play. I'm not quite sure if you guys are still following me. To be fair, I do feel a little bit like I'm rambling like a crazy scientist this game. I mean, that is usually a little bit my vibe, but now even more than usual. I'm gonna put this... Well, I'm not gonna have that many marines in the end, right? Because I want to have the starport on my reactor here. There we go. My opponent hasn't moved out yet, which makes complete sense because he is undoubtedly expecting me. Should I... Yeah, I'm gonna matrix that, frick it. That would be... Wait, where's my cyclone? Where the hell is that? Oh, it's out on the map, of course. I thought it was in my base. I completely forgot that my cyclone was just out there somewhere. That is... I need to get a grip, guys. Someone in the comments tell me to get a grip right now, guys. I really need to get a grip. Can we get a lock on at least? Oh, we do get a lock on. That is pretty nice. Might be able to kill that Banshee later on. Well, I'll kill him with my Vikings anyway. I think I lost maybe 2 or 3 SCVs, which is fine. Oh, he's gonna escape. I don't want to allow that. Now, there we go. Alright, perfect. I mean, we took some damage, and we did use one of the interference matrices, but that did avoid more damage, despite my Cyclone not being there, which is kind of a miracle in itself. Let's see what my opponent's up to. He's hard chilling. His army does look pretty massive, I have to say. My army looks kind of pathetic, right? I have a few Marines. I think I have 6, right? How many Marines then? I have 5 Marines, 2 Hellions, a Marauder, and a couple Siege Tank. That's my entire army right now. Maybe I should just keep making Marauders, because they did kind of pop off there at the start. I really think if I expected my Marauders to do so well, and micro them more efficiently at the start, maybe I could have already won this game. Or maybe not won, but I would have been in a very good spot, I want to say. And I'm actually just going to try to make... I'm going to make this a thing from now on, guys. We're going to play... Oh, that is not that. That is not what we're making a thing here. Okay, I'm going to put down a lot of turrets. Oh, his army is pretty massive, I do have to say. I'm going to land my Vikings as well. It's actually a very close fight here, guys. I didn't think this fight was going to be that close because he went in very brave. Let me lift that Viking. Okay, I mean, that fight even looked like we could have lost it there for a second. That was pretty insane. Now, I guess... Oh, I did already make concussive shells. How nice, guys. I already made concussive shells for my follow-up tank Marauder mech push. Or is it bio? I don't know. Okay, yeah, that fight was pretty scary, but I think now that fight is over, I feel pretty good. Like, his army looked massive. And now, I don't know, are we ahead in eco? Probably. Is my opponent's tank out completely reset? I think it was, besides maybe one tank escaped. I don't even remember, actually. I feel like this entire game is just full of surprises, even for me. If there's anyone in the comments right now that can actually follow what's happening so far, I'll give you a medal, because not even I can, and I'm the one with the hands here. Now, I feel like with this amount of tanks, keep in mind I did have a second factory all this time. I did have more tank production than him. I should be able to kind of overrun him here. Oh, this was an attempted drop. I think I could probably chase... Wait, he's playing 1 eBay? Guys, does he not have an expansion, maybe? I think he might be just hard chilling on 2 bases here. That could be a potential scenario. I'm going to put 1 tank there. Okay, this is a bit scary, because that looks... like it's gonna be a powerful counterattack to me. I'm a little bit late on that siege. I saw it coming, but he doesn't have combat shield. That's gonna be really good for us. He loses every single freaking medevac on the top. And wow, that fight was way better than it ever should be. I think he forgot combat shield, or he just didn't fit it in his build. If he did it with combat shield, we would get absolutely destroyed without exaggeration. And let me explain you why. It's actually a really big deal. Combat shield makes your Marines get 2 shot instead of 1, okay? Double the hits, and that's what he was missing there. All those Marines were just getting absolutely 1 shot. After stimming in, there you go. Very painful siege tank shots. Okay, yeah, he's actually on... Were we that far ahead after that freaking 1-base Marauder build? I cannot believe this guy. That build is actually crazy, please. I was pretending it was a meme, but apparently that build is just absolutely unbeatable. Guys, please, I mean, watch the rest of the episode, but please go on the ladder and try that out, because holy cow, how are we that far ahead? 68 against 43 workers? Man, this was actually beautiful. What am I thought this was just purely entertainment, but I guess we're also finding out new builds. Yeah. I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. That was round number 1. Let's keep it going. Second opponent is going to be Papa Strek, a Ukrainian protoss player. I think he was top 100 Grandmaster, roughly, so that's definitely going to be a tough one. Now, what's funny in this one is, I know that he used to be a hardcore cheeser, too. In fact, I think I even remember getting cannon rushed by him. Now, I don't know if cannon rush is like all he does. But actually... Have I not played against him in another challenge? You know, the problem is here, guys. His name is, I believe, in Cyrillic. And I cannot really distinguish the alphabet very well. But I do clearly remember playing in my Ghost to Gem challenge against a name that was about the same length in Cyrillic. And he played like a very passive carrier camp game. So that could also be in the cards. Now, it could also be a cannon rush. Now, this game, I mostly just want to do like a really... weird old build. Now, this is actually gonna surprise you guys, but I'm gonna do a build. It's actually, maybe this is too long of a story to explain. Maybe I'll save this story for later, actually, but I'm gonna go for a very fast 2 barracks. And this is not a good build. Now, that's actually a very early probe. Let's see. So it does look like we're getting the cannon option. And this is actually what I was gonna go for. I figured if he was gonna do a very early cheese, maybe... we could just kind of mess him up by going for 2 barracks, like, way too fast. Now, I'm not sure if he can actually fit a cannon down there. Let's see. Okay, there's nothing being built yet, interestingly enough. Is he going to build some more now? He's building a gateway. That is quite interesting, I have to say. Oh, we got the probes around it. Okay, I'll just pull some more workers then. So far, doesn't seem very successful at all. I mean, I can just hit this cannon with a lot of workers here, which is not going to be very good for him. I'm still following the second probe. And since this is actually a really good blind counter, guys. Since I didn't take... Oh, we're almost going to kill that worker. Since I didn't take another gas, I actually have, you know... enough money to actually be pulling these SCVs and still just have enough money to buy everything. So I didn't struggle getting my orbital or a depot or anything at all. And now I just have 2 barracks and I can expand. This cannon rush has been completely destroyed by my super weird build. Now wait, I have a sick idea. Okay, this is gonna be... Guys, I'm apologizing for this in advance, because this is a strategically very bad decision. Because we're really far ahead. But I... want to keep it as cheesy as possible. I know my opening was already cheesy. I was actually going to attack him. But instead, I'm going to make 5 barracks. And I'm going to pull my SCVs to kill him. Because he might expect... He saw my SCV go down to the low ground. Maybe he's expecting that I'm building a command center right now. And then I can actually just flood him with 1 million Marines. That's going to be my plan now. But once again, guys, please don't try these strategies at home. Because this is strategically really not a good decision by me. But I'm not going to lie, that is making me enjoy it even more. So now let me just check around my base real quick. To make sure there are no... like secondary proxies, I guess I want to say, outside of my base, because sometimes they do that. And I'm even going to fly these barracks to the low ground here for like the maximum or the minimum, I guess, proximity effect. And there we go. I do have a lot of money, by the way. You can afford so much stuff on one base if you look at it. I feel like I could probably go up to like 7. Could I go up to 7 barracks? Should I make another one? No, probably not, because I'm going to pull all my SCVs, right? But I could technically go up to 7 barracks. Now, what I'm hoping to find here is that what cannon rushes mostly do is they'll build some cannons in their natural and just expand really fast. And then their eco is better, but they have really bad tech, right? If he were technically going one base and making a sentry, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I'll just have to return back home. But if he's not going to do that, we might just be able to walk over him, which is the plan. Now, I'm really going to grab a lot of SCVs. It doesn't seem like he's doing any scouting at all. And maybe with 10 SCVs or 11 SCVs plus a mule, I think I might actually be able to afford all of these barracks. So here we go. The 5 racks, 1 base SCV pool. Yeah, I mean, do we need to name this build? I like to give my builds names, by the way. As you guys maybe have noticed with like the Bone Cloud and the Penguin Brothers and whatnot. But I do like to give my builds names. This one might not be worth a name. Now, he's researching on the force. He really has no idea that we're about to attack him with 5 gajillion SCVs. Does he have a battery behind this? He does not. And there we go. He must be like, huh? What the hell are you doing? Now, he could technically be going for DTs here. Okay, he's chronoing the Twilight. I'm not quite sure what that is for. And there you go. He had absolutely no idea. And I'm telling you guys, objectively, it wasn't that smart. I mean, oh, I see what he was going to do. He was going for like a 6-gate charge all-in with a +1 attack. Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys. They would never expect you to do something like this because it is objectively a strategically bad decision. But that makes for a beautiful cheese. We just beat a Grandmaster Protoss with a 5 racks Marine SUV pool, landing 3 barracks outside of the base. I say it's beautiful. Let's go to game number 2. Map 2 is on Babylon, and I'm wondering if I can do something just like in the first series. I'm trying to do something even more stupid. Like, I'm really trying to surpass myself every time, which is probably not the healthiest thing to do, but I'm having a good time, and that's what's important. I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for a better build. I'm just looking for something that's even stupider that still works. Now, this map, sadly, the first thing that popped into my mind when I said that is going for the proxy ghost, lifting it into his base. But on this map, you just can't do it. There's no space at all to build something like that. Now, I could technically go for a similar strategy to last game. But I kind of feel like he's not going to cannon rush me again. If he is, to be fair, to be fair, I'll still just defend it with just 1 barracks. Like, I don't think defending cannon rushes is that hard. Hopefully, he doesn't make me eat my words with a super expertly executed cannon rush. But overall, I think we should be fine. Now, I definitely want to go something with double gas. I'm trying to think of something ridiculous. Now, what's important here to note, guys, in the last game, we could see when we rewinded what he was planning to do. So his strategy was a cannon rush into a 6-gate charge all-in with a robo, so with a warp prism. So now we know that he very unlikely has any intentions of playing a macro game. That's important to know, because there are certain cheeses that are really good against macro play, but really bad against other cheeses. Like, actually, an approach, this is very interesting probably for you guys. An approach I had in TVZ in particular, I want to say about 8 years ago, maybe like 2015 or so, is there were a lot of cheesy pro Zergs, and most of the Terrans, their approach against them would be to just defend and play a macro game, and you would win, right? But it's pretty hard to play when your opponent has all the initiative. So defending, I feel like, especially as Terran, is usually a little bit uncomfortable, right? So what I kind of found out is that some cheeses just destroy Zerg cheesers, because some builds are just formed in a way that makes it very comfortable. So something I would do is I would rush reactor Hellions on 1 base and then go for a 2-base all-in. And that just proved to be a strategy that Zerg cheesers couldn't beat. So, oh, my opponent's going for this is really good that I SCV scouted, by the way. He's going for a double gate, which completely counters regular... wait, can I... Guy, this would be sick, actually. I don't know if I can do this. This is a really cool bunker. I literally just YOLO this. This is a really cool bunker placement, I think. I was going to make it here, but then it's going to block an eventual reactor. But here, it also covers the ramp. So maybe this is a very cool place. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to proxy a Starport. Like, all of this so far is just completely reactively. I'm going to proxy a Starport and go for a 1-base Hellion drop as he's trying to attack my base. Now, this could easily be disturbed by a number of things. If he's blocking my base with stalkers, I won't be able to run across the map with Hellions, for example. Now, I am going to scout a little bit around my base to make sure there's no surprises anywhere waiting for me. So he did go for stalkers and not for adepts. Okay, that is not quite happy to see that, because that makes the chance I can escape with my Hellions not that big. Is there something cool I can do as a follow-up? Let me check if he has a base, first of all. Maybe he doesn't even have a base yet. That would mean he's maybe going for like a 4-gate or something like that, right? Okay, so he is going for a base, and he is also making double battery, which means if we want to kill him, we will have to go for tanks, because else we can't kill batteries. He just guys, is this the perfect... He just recalled the stalkers. My Hellions are going to be able to leave for free. And he's most likely going to be trying to defend the front as my Hellions come into the main base. Wow, this is... Somehow this turned out in the most perfect way ever. You see the stalkers? They're searching for my Reaper now. But there's going to be 3 Hellions in his main base very soon. Let's see, I did make the reactor there. Oh, I didn't even realize there was an entrance to this on the bottom. And I think I'm going to go for a Liberator. I'm going to drop the Hellions here because there's a little bit of a dark spot there. Or a blind spot, I should say. It's not a big blind spot, but it's a little bit. And you see, the Stalkers are at the front. He doesn't have a battery. He doesn't have a recall. And he has been absolutely destroyed by this counter cheese. Like, this is actually... The way this turned out is just incredible. Like, I couldn't even believe it. Like, his strategy was pretty tough to play against from a cheese perspective. And then somehow it ended up being exactly like this. And now I'm going to drop my Hellions here. Hope that one doesn't die. I'm going to kill a lot of the remaining probes. And I think he has maybe like 10 probes remaining or so. Which is not great. That's the easiest way I can put it. And now I'm going to go follow it up with... 2 extra barracks, which I can afford. And this is mostly because I don't feel like transitioning to a macro game from this, because my setup is not great. Now, he might not expect a Liberator. He might just be trying to go for the kill at this point. Oh, he does have the Twilight Council. I didn't notice that before. But that's really good to know, because the Twilight is gonna counter a later attack really well. There we go. His Stalkers are just walking into this tank trap. It looks like he's trying to go for all the tanks, but there's 2 tanks. He can't actually get in range properly. He's gonna lose 1 Stalker, and then he's gonna follow it up by losing the other. And he has been absolutely destroyed by this counter cheese, and that was just beautiful. I feel like this series, everything just worked out beautiful. This was a Grandmaster Protoss top 100. And had absolutely no chance against our crazy cheeses. And what's so cool about this is that these were reactive cheeses. I built this Starport just on a whim. I realized he was going 2-gate. I figured counter Hellion drop could be a good choice. Worked out like even more than perfect. He didn't even have a recall left. First game to 5 wrecks. This was beautiful. And we've been having a good time. But the next opponent is very likely to be Max Packs, guys. A 7k Protoss. How the hell am I going to cheese him? I'm going to try to figure it out while Veto maps. Wish me luck, and let's do it. Alright guys, the round of 16 against Max Packs. I just checked his MMR and he is 6.8k. He is the best player, or the best Protoss player in Europe. And this is going to be incredibly difficult. Now, I did spend a little bit of time. He took a while to finish his last match. I did spend a little bit of time thinking what my actual best cheeses against Protoss are. And I do have some ideas. Now, the first one is perhaps the trickiest one. I think I've done it before. Yeah, I definitely remember doing it in speedrunning SE2 at some point, where I'm gonna proxy a couple barracks on the map. I don't really remember the timings exactly, but that's gonna be okay. But I'm gonna proxy a couple barracks on the map and kind of try to wall off really fast and blindside him so he has no idea. Now, the problem is he sometimes does scout really fast, so we need a little bit of luck on our side here for that to not happen, because if he does scout really fast, we are kind of screwed. I mean, I'd like to put it the other way, but that's just how it is. Do I have to wall off already, or can I think I could put 1 more barracks down, actually. It's definitely taking a little bit of a gamble here, guys. If he scouts right now, we're going to be a little bit late. And normally I wouldn't be scared, but I just know from playing against him in the past that he does like to scout early. So this is the plan, guys. I'm going to pretend to be playing a normal double gas style. Like having a fast wall-off like this. Well, this is a little bit faster than normal, but having a fast wall-off in general is not super weird. But he's still going to be a little bit suspicious because it was so fast, right? So, but is he going to scout here and stuff? That I don't know. Is he just going to think I'm doing a double gas? He doesn't know me. I did compete against him for a little bit. I wasn't active for too long more when he came onto the scene, but he definitely competed against me a little bit, and he knows. Even when I'm not beaming around on YouTube, I definitely do like to be tricky, so he might be expecting something crazy here. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that he just scouts for his... what's it called? For my barracks is over here. Maybe I have to kill this, actually. I'm gonna trade it. Oh, no, he could have killed the SCV, but he decided not to. Well, he was trying to get away, of course. He didn't decide to just not kill it, but that's already 1 point in my pocket, guys. I mean, this start could not have gone much better. I mean, it, you know, also couldn't really have gone worse, because it's just like... I could have lost the SCV, but who cares, right? Because I'm gonna go all in anyway. Now, I think I can afford 1 more... depot, I think. And then I'm gonna pull 1,000,000 SCVs. Now the strategy here is to wait for 3 Marines, I think, and then you go across the map, because 3 Marines is enough to beat an Adept. If I would go already, I would just simply get owned by the one Adept that he sends across to scout, and that would obviously be pretty tragic. Now I'm gonna send this many SCVs. I'm actually gonna send 2 more, and I just hope he didn't build a battery. Like, this is the thing with cheesing protoss, guys. Sometimes they quite literally just make a shield battery, and you're like, oh, that kind of sucks. Now he is... Oh, he could have scouted that, but he didn't. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. He could have finished that, but he actually didn't finish it, and he's even shading back home. Huh. If he didn't go for a blind battery, guys, this is actually kind of a promising start. Now, I don't really know... Oh, we're gonna kill that Adept, actually. That's really nice. I don't really know what the meta is exactly. So it could totally be... Yeah, so he's making the battery here. This battery is just gonna fall really fast. It looks like he was trying to stop it, so he even pulled the probes for a bit. Yeah, this is looking pretty promising here. I do need to drop another meal. There we go. Let's kill these. Oh, he does have another battery on the way, which is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, we're gonna trap that Stalker. Look at that Stalker getting trapped. That is beautiful. And I'm gonna just target down that battery. And that's going to be super, super important here. I can actually kill this pylon as well. That's powering the gateway. Oh, we got the other Stalker as well. Oh my god, the SCV micro here was absolutely brutal. The gateway is depowered. I need to target this battery no matter what. Just because he can make it a super battery, and that's what I don't want. I'm microing behind the mineral line. The SCV micro was so good here, guys. We trapped all the Stalkers, and there you go. Game number 1 against the 6.8k Protoss goes our way. I knew we were going to have a hard time, but this game, everything just worked out perfectly. We caught the Adept. He went to low ground to defend with his probes. Before realizing that he couldn't defend, he went back up. Every battery was not even done yet. They were all like yellowish, maybe like 70%. And it's absolutely beautiful. Let's go for game number 2. Game number 2 on Royal Blood. Now, I had 3 cheeses in mind, my 3 best cheeses. The previous one, I wouldn't really call it my best cheese, but it's just one of those cheeses that you can just destroy everyone with if they're not having a game where they're paying maximum attention. Now, I kind of struggled to decide which one of my next 2 cheeses I wanted to do here. So, if I remember correctly, the next map should be Grassfan, which is a little bit of a bigger map. And I kind of think I need to go for a full-on proxy on a big map. Because if we're doing a cheese all the way from home on a big map like that, you're probably just gonna arrive too late. So here, I'm gonna do a cheese that's like semi from home. And then if we have to play game 3, I'm gonna go for a full-on proxy. That's the plan. I'm trying to be tactically very smart for this series. It's kind of the way I used to always play anyway. Like, I always wanted to make sure I did the right builds on the right maps in the right order. Like, for example, if you have 2 cheeses that start with a Marine first, you always want to kind of do them in the same way so they look the same for the opponent. Oh no, wait, dude, I almost made that on accident. You're not supposed to. I was autopiloting a little bit there. I was like, my brain was like, wait, you're cheesing. You need a second cast, but I actually don't. So it's really good that I didn't build that. That's nice. I do need to scout a little bit earlier. As you can tell, my opponent's scouting relatively early as well. Or actually, this is a small map. I think this was a normal scout. It's just a particularly small map. I do remember Royal Blood. Or actually, it's not that small, but it's smaller than all the others because the others are big maps, apparently. That's at least what I picked up from hearing pros talk about it, so I guess that is the case. Now, I am actually going to take my expansion, and this is going to be the tricky part for my opponent. Is he going to make a pylon? I'm just dancing around a little bit here. There's not really that much to see. I just want to go for my expo, and then I'm actually going to hide a proxy factory somewhere. That is the plan. And, oh, okay, I did reveal my Marine. I didn't really want to reveal that. The main reason I didn't want to is because, oh, I didn't even realize the probe came back. Is mostly because if I show Marine first, he might actually go for a Stalker. And with this kind of build where you're doing something aggressive, you don't want to get a bunker. And the reason why is because you want to make sure you spend your money perfectly. Like here, this build is usually very tight because I'm proxying. If I want to make a bunker now too, I would have to cut SCVs and then my attack already becomes a little bit more tragic. But maybe we just have to bite the bullet, to be honest. If anything, I don't want this to be like super anticlimactic where I just die to a single Stalker. Maybe I can... Nah, it's gonna be too late. I think I'll just do it reactively. Man, I'm actually really no, frick it, I'm gonna get the bunker. I couldn't decide, but I think I'm gonna decide on not dying instantly if he did decide to make a stalker. That sounds a little bit more pleasant to me. Oh, it is actually an adept. That is pretty nice to see. I would love to cancel... I'm actually gonna do it. I would love to cancel the bunker, but it seems weird to show a bunker and then cancel it, you know? Okay, there we go. There's actually a little bit of good micro there. I got basically a free trade for a bit. Now he realized I canceled the bunker. I wonder what he thinks about this. Because if you think about it yourself, in a normal game of StarCraft, you could also do this move if you realize there's no stalker. No, he did make a stalker in the end. Yeah, oh man. I'm sad to say it, guys, but this is looking like it could be it. Oh, he did actually get this adept forward. That's beautiful. We're gonna get the adept at least. That is nice. He didn't have to lose that at all, but he did lose it. But yeah, this is a very rough start. And most likely something we can't recover from. The Stalker across the map usually does me GG against this build. This is a build you would rather do on a map that has a ramp. Now, none of these maps that we're going to play have ramps, so that doesn't really factor into the decision. I'll just try and micro this as well as I can. Get the mule on the bottom. There you go. But yeah, there's not much I can do against the Stalker, unfortunately. Maybe I can still catch him off guard a little bit. I'm going to make a depot here. Just gonna try to micro as best as possible so I don't take any damage on these units, really. That's the plan. I wonder what he's expecting here. I don't think he can really realize what's going on. I also don't really care about losing these things. The SCVs, rather, but I do at least have to pretend that I care, right? That is what I want to say. Now, I probably need to go across with the SCVs already, because my attack is about to hit. Okay, there we go. He does have a bunch more Stalkers. Okay, well, I could maybe... I think I'm just going to go for it. I mean, I think this is really a losing battle, but there's no way that I'm going to come back and it would be a decent enough trade. Yeah, he does have quite enough units, unfortunately. Maybe I can do a little bit of juggling. Let's see. Oh, he's actually coming across with the workers already. I almost killed that siege tank. There we go. Okay, that tank almost freaking died. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Ah, that was actually very unfortunate. I was about to pick it up, but then he blinked on top. Yeah, but this is just a build order that I can't really escape from. Let's see, I'm trying to get as much as I can. I don't think... Well, this is kind of a decent fight, actually, somehow. I'm getting a decent amount of Stalkers there. I mean, he blinked out. I don't know how many gateways he has, by the way. This could totally be a 4-gate blink. I was really trying to find a solution there. Ah, yeah, it is a 4-gate blink. He is basically all-inning us too. And then we are pretty much out of options here. Let's see. Oh, we got another Stalker. Not the best micro from him so far. We do have to be brutally honest here, even against our good opponents. But there you go. And yeah... A bit anticlimactic, what I kind of explained it. It was really unfortunate that Doom scenario came through. But yeah, when you do this kind of build, some things just counter you. In this case, a Stalker is enough. I was really hoping he would not make a Stalker after the adept because it's a bit unusual. But as soon as that happened, we kind of lost. Now, a worse protoss could have thrown this game. Someone like MaxMax isn't. The score is 1-1. Let's go for the ace match. Game number 3 on Grassfan. A bigger map. Also, no ramp in the natural. And I think it's time to bring out... the cheese of all cheeses. Well, it's probably not that good, but I'm gonna bring out a Proxy Reaper, which, if I say it just like that, Proxy Reaper, nothing else, it sounds like a very standard cheese, right? You would say, if I see Protoss get cheesed by Terran, it's very often just a Proxy Reaper, after which they continue to macro out of it. Now, that part, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna go for the Proxy Reaper into the Marauder semi-all-in. I know it sounds really weird. I think I've done it before, maybe a long time again on the tube. I would go for a Proxy Reaper. I kind of fake that my... It sounds really weird. Try to fake that shit. I kind of try to fake that my Proxy Reaper fails. That is the plan, right? I'm actually going to build a little bit further up here. I'm going to pretend my Proxy Reaper is failing. So my opponent does not make any batteries. But then secretly I'm making Marauders. And Marauders are pretty hard to deal with if you don't go for a battery. That's the plan. Now... the scariest thing here is that you could scout this barracks and that it's going to be all over again. I mean, that's kind of how it goes with these cheeses. If you do a proxy, you need a lot of luck. Or, well, in any case, here I don't think I need luck. I just need to not be particularly unlucky, I guess. Mostly because he has just been scouting my base normally the past few games. So I could kind of see the pattern there. And especially after winning the last game, I don't think he's going to be particularly nervous. And there you go. He's just going to scout my base. Now, how exactly am I going to do this? Because normally... if I want to fake the Proxy Reaper rush of multiple Reapers perfectly, I would make a bunker next to his base. But if this bunker accidentally gets up, then we're kind of in trouble because I don't want him to start a battery. Now, ooh, he doesn't have a base yet. Oh, he does actually get the base in time. And I'm just going to start the bunker right away. That is the plan here. And then I'm going to go for the factory, send another one of these guys. So far, it's looking pretty all right. I'm getting a few out of gas here. Let's see. I'm going to micro it a little bit just so it looks realistic. Oh, I'm actually... This sounds really crazy, but I'm lucky that the RNG on that was so bad. The Zealot's going to come now. I'm actually not going to... This is 5 million IQ. I'm not going to move it away. So he's not going to make a battery later. Okay, this is absolutely insane that I just did that. But I'm not going to move it away. Just so he's not going to make a battery later. That's the plan. There could be a 500 IQ fake. Could also really bite me in the ass later on. But I guess we'll see which one it is. Looks like he sent the Zealot across, by the way. He does have an Adept coming out at this point. Let's see. I'm going to make Hellions. I think the Zealot is about to be here, actually, on my base. I don't really want to make the Starport here, but I guess I'll have to. Let's see. I'm going to dodge the probe and build the Starport over here. That's the plan. There you go. His Zealot currently is scouting that I have no natural. Exactly. That's a very important point. Now the probe is going to die. I do really need this Hellion because it's going to... Oh, he's all the way up there. I need this Hellion because it's going to kill the probes for me. Now, he didn't scout the Starport, which is actually a really good start, as you can imagine. Now I'm going to start damaging that, and then I'm going to go forward, Reaper as well, and hope we catch a Stalker. That is the dream. If we catch a Stalker with this, that'd be absolutely massive. Oh, there's no Stalker here. He actually sent it across the map. Okay, this is going to be a little bit crazy here, guys. He's going for a recall. Do need to be really careful against the recall, of course. Oh, I'm going to be able to kill that Stalker pretty fast. There we go. Oh, he did have another Stalker, actually. Can we kill this one? There we go. This Stalker's also going to die pretty fast. Wow, what a start to this. And now we're going to get the last Stalker, I think. Can we get it? Barely not in range. There we go. Stalker's getting in range now. And now I really need those Hellions, guys. Where are the Hellions coming? Okay, there they are. Can I kill this pylon, actually? I could just kill this pylon instead. Let's see. That's going to be really good. Kill a few probes. Get a few target fires on, and now we're going to target the pylon. He's probably going to be trying to heal it as well. There we go. Pylon goes down, but he does have... No, I didn't hotkey my Starport, actually. Or did I hotkey it? I'm not sure. I feel like I didn't get anything building there. Now, he does have a battery overcharge. That's the most unfortunate part about all this. You can't really do anything against the battery overcharge. It's going to pop it any second. There we go. And then we back off instantly. Now, I really wish I got this medevac a little bit faster. Oh, I could have cancelled it a while ago, actually. That's unfortunate. Now, I'm pulling SCVs, which normally you don't do with this strat, but I really want to win right here on the spot. That's the plan. Let's see, how many do we have? We do have quite a few. He does have another battery at this point. We need to keep that in mind. And now my medevac is going to arrive, and then... Let's see, where's the other Marauder? Wait, oh, here's the other Marauder, of course. I was like, wait, did I have one on the way on the map? But no, obviously, it's going to spawn here. And then we're going to go straight for the main base. This is the plan. And hopefully we can catch him off guard. We do have a lot of Hellions here. And like I said before, I have no intention of making this a long game. Here we go. Oh, that's going to be a really fast Stalker kill, guys. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. And I have a bunch of Hellions here at the same time that can roast the pros. But I need to play this very smart here. I need to be super wise with my movement. Here we go. Am I going to get some more units? He actually has the Stalkers over here. Then I'm just going to kill a bunch of his probes here. I'm going to kill that one Stalker. Okay, do I have another Marauder? I must have another Marauder at this point. Here we go. I'm going to drop on top of that Stalker. The Stalker is going to die very fast, which is really nice. He does still have some units over here. Does he have another battery at this point? Actually, he might. I'm going to get my Hellions in the main as well. Need to micro this perfectly, though. Here we go. Get some Hellions up in here. He's going to try to focus that. Maybe I can get another Stalker here, actually. That would be beautiful. Here we go. Definitely going to go for the probes with these. Okay, here we go. Okay, the target fire on the Hellions is really good here, though. I'm getting all these probes. They're super juicy. He's targeting the low HP Marauders. He does have a lot of Stalkers here, but I don't think he has Blink. So we're going to kill so many of them with the micro. There we go. Another few going down. I think I do actually have Stim at this point, which is crazy. There we go. The Stim is going to matter so much. He's going to be targeting these. But he does have Blink now as well. Let's go. How well can I micro these? Hopefully well enough. Okay, there we go. The micro is really good so far. He's gonna lose these Stalkers as well, I think. One more Stalker alive. I have actually never used these units before, I think. The units have just been chilling there. Hey, let's see what I can get. Oh, it's a slow warp, and he completely messed up with the warp, guys. He made it a slow warp in. And this is looking really good for us. Let me just target a battery over there. I think he probably lost that Stalker. I'm not 100% sure, but he might have lost it. Could also be still alive. There we go. And now he just doesn't have enough healing to stop this anymore. And we have actually done it. What an absolutely ridiculous game. I feel like my control and my commentary was all slipping. I was trying to do it so perfect at the same time. And guys, part 5 of cheesing every single game in this 400 tournament. The 3rd attempt, and we beat an absolute giant. The best protoss player in Europe falls to our cheeses. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I didn't even check who the next opponent was because I didn't think we would get past max like what we did. Let's find out who's gonna be our new giant in the next round. Let's go. All right, our opponent is Liquid Elaser. I don't know what his MMR was, but at some point he was 7.2k a WCS champion. So this is once again going to be an incredibly difficult match with cheeses. Now, I looked a bit at this map before. I was more inclined to place... Actually, I'm trying to make up my mind here. What do I want to do exactly? I was leaning more towards playing like some kind of weird Hellbat all-in. But the problem is the map is kind of far. I'm also just not really feeling the vibe of a proxy rack, though. That's the problem here. I think a proxy rack would be the best, but I'm just not really feeling the vibe of the proxy rack. Now, I do know one of Elaser's big weaknesses, and I think he might actually not have fixed it in this time that I haven't been competing with him. And that is that he very often straight up skips the Overlord Scout. So what you can do against him is you can go for a gas first, and normally you can't do that because you don't have a marine. The Overlord just flies over your base and sees literally everything you're doing, and then it sucks, right? So, but if you play against someone that doesn't scout with the Overlord, there's actually a chance you could just straight up do this. So that's what I'm going to go for. And I'm going to try to go for the grittiest, hardest Hellbat all-in I can find. I also want to play the Penguin Brothers, but Elaser, I do know him as someone who really likes to make a lot of queens, and if you hit like later and later, queens just kind of destroy the Hellbat all-in, so that is where it gets scary. But yeah, now at this point we're committed to a Hellbat all-in. I was also considering doing something with Proxy Reapers, Proxy Marines, but yeah, maybe the next map is going to be a little bit better for that. I think the next map is going to be Royal Blood, which is a little bit smaller. I think that's the second game of the last series, if I remember correctly, where we failed the all-in against Max Packs. But that would maybe suit like Reapers a little bit better, for example. Oh, this SCV is just straight up chilling here. Guess I'll send that one across. And then I do kind of have to hope that my theory is correct, that he hasn't changed his playstyle since then. Because obviously, in a cup like this, you don't have time to do a research or anything like that, right? So I don't know if it's still the case. So there's Overlord number 1. I kind of imagine what he would normally do is he would scout it and then fly back to a faraway pillar. So I guess we'll see fast enough whether that's his intention. If he does scout my base, however, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do something that's a little bit scarier. I can actually try to dodge the Overlord with my Reaper as well. Maybe that's smart to do. I'll just try it. I'm going to dodge the Overlord with my Reaper, just so he gets the feeling I might be hiding 2 Marines, you know? Mind games are very important with this kind of build, so I'm going to try to keep it up. He didn't see the Reaper, and the only time he's going to see it is when I arrive at his base, and then his Overlord should already be back there, I believe. I can only imagine he has seen my command center already at this point. Yeah, and his Overlord does seem to actually go back to that pillar. So my theory so far is correct, and I can go for a really greedy Hellbat all-in. I'm going to go for Hellbat Marauder, I think. Let's see, Reaper Micro was decent. This map actually, it doesn't seem that big. My Reaper arrived there pretty fast. Like, that was really not that bad. Okay. Oh, he inject. I didn't even realize he injected instead of putting down a creep tumor. That's interesting. Okay. Normally they always put down a creep tumor. And there is hatchery number 3. And this is why it's so greedy what I'm doing, because my tech lab is literally here. If the Overlord flies in, there's no Marine. He can just see that I'm making Marauders, and that's it, right? It's painfully obviously what's going on if you see that there's no... or see that there's Marauders being built, especially with the tech lab spinning, because that means there's an upgrade going. Now, what he likes to do is he... Oh, I actually should have built it a little bit further. I'm not sure if it matters, to be fair. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if it matters. I was going to say I should have built it a little bit further, because Elaser likes to scout with a Zergling, and he will see the tech lab from the ramp. But he can also just think that it's stim building. You know what I mean? So maybe that's not that big of a deal. I do really need to get my armory out, by the way. Without an armory, yeah, obviously a Hellbat attack doesn't exist. So that's the simplest way I can put it. There we go. I'm trying to pretend to deny his creep as well as possible, even though I obviously do not care about the creep whatsoever. This attack actually hits ultra fast. Like, holy crap. That's pretty insane how fast this attack hits. So I'm gonna go with these guys. I'm gonna send my Hellions slightly around so he might not see them. I'm not sure if that actually works, but I'm just gonna go... Oh, the Overlord's actually there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so now he did see me. Doesn't matter that much. I don't know. Yeah, the only thing that's a little bit annoying is that my armory is a little bit late, basically. Here we go. Maybe we can actually grab those queens. Let's see, can we? Okay, so a few queens are gonna be getting hit right from the start, which is really nice. There we go. First queen is dead already. That's really nice. Armory needs to finish right now. Right, it is gonna finish, right? Oh my god, that was the worst timing ever. That was so close. Okay, there we go. And now we're getting on top of the queens here. First, let me lift that Marauder up. There we go. The micro is fine so far, but I think I might have been a little bit too slow with the delay on that armory, I'm afraid, because it's just not getting the amount of damage done, guys. And yeah, oh, that really sucks. I just needed my armory literally a little bit faster, and that's it. That's all I needed. Now, the queen is gonna die, which is nice, I think. But yeah, we've just failed. Oh, man. I messed up the build somewhere. I don't know where, but I just didn't have the gas, and that's gonna be it for game number 1. Because I only had like 60 gas when the armory was supposed to come down, and that's it. And it's really crazy, by the way. I also love showing this as example to you guys, because you can see how big the impact is of a very small mistake. So here, you can see the medevac is going to start. 30 gas. Armory is supposed to go down now. I was just missing all the gas. I'm not sure. Maybe you're supposed to make it before the concussive shells or something, but even... if I cancel that, I wouldn't have had enough gas. So I guess I should have made it before the medevac. It really sucks because I would have loved how this strategy would have paid out if I executed it properly. I think we got really close already, but I just took too much damage and I was in a really crappy position, you know, to be fair, before the Hellbats were even morphed. Anyway, that's it for game number 1. Let's give it our best in the next game. Game number 2 on Royal Blood, and I think it's time for me to pull out some Reapers. Now, I don't think I can really go for... Well, maybe I could. I was thinking about doing 3-Rex Reaper from my own base and just sending everything across, but maybe I can get a proxy. I do see a little bit of a spot. Should I risk this one, guys? I think I should. Let's freaking go for it, guys. We're going to risk it all. We're going to go for the ultimate Reaper proxy. I'm going to build it here. It's going to be a little bit tight. He might just see that, but maybe he won't. And for that maybe, I think that's enough of a chance for us to give it a shot. Now, I just noticed I wasn't putting my camera hotkeys. I'm going to do it anyway because it feels satisfying. But realistically, there's no expansion that's going to be taken at all. So it doesn't really matter if I put camera hotkeys or not. So what everyone would expect if you see the SCVs coming across is just a typical... Wait, when is that depot going to finish? Hello? Did I... Okay, I thought I stopped it on accident. It really felt like time was stopping there for a second. If you send the SCVs across, everyone would be expecting a Marine proxy, but I'm actually going to go for the Reapers. And it's a really crazy build. People do not use it anymore, and maybe that's why it could be surprising enough. Now, this is a little bit of a problem with me not having competed in a while, is that I don't know the Overlord scouting patterns of the Zerg. So here, this could be a place you just always check with the Overlord, and then a bunch of drones are gonna come. We're gonna be sad, and that would be a rough ending to my challenge run here. So let's hope that is not the case. I'm gonna get my gas before the 3rd barracks. Like, this is super all-in. I have no economy. I have seven workers on minerals. That is soon gonna be 5. That does qualify as a tragic economy, in case you guys are wondering. Sometimes I use that line, tragic economy. This is definitely a tragic economy. I'm going to have 6 SCVs in gas and 5 on the minerals. Now, I might have to... Let's see. I'm going to put 1 more on the minerals because I want to make a bunker. I want to make a bunker on his ramp, and that's going to be kind of like my anchor point to try and break him here. Let's see how it's gonna go. First Reaper is gonna come up soon. I think my bunker could have been a little bit earlier. He sees my SCV now, and here the bunker is gonna go down, and now my Reapers have as task to just protect that with all they got. That kind of looked like it was a spine crawler. Yeah, it is actually going to be a spine crawler being built. There we go. He's going to see my Reaper proxy. He's going to try to build a spine here. I'll probably just kill this spine crawler, I think, with my 2 Reapers, which should be totally fine. Now, notice how I'm not making any SCVs at all. Like, I quite literally have nothing going for myself. I'm just going to have to do all the damage I can before he gets link speed, before he gets queens and stuff up. There is another spine building here. We're just going to focus that spine crawler down as well. And if he wants to fight with the Zerglings, we'll take down the Zergling at the same time. I just don't want him to be making any spine crawlers, really. Speed is probably going to finish in about a minute, I would say. and we don't want that to happen. We'll just go in here. He's actually taking a lot of damage on the queen. He's gonna burrow the spine. This is an interesting play. He's going for it really hard already. Does he actually have enough to do this? I'm not sure I believe in it, guys. Let's see. I even have the repair going on here. Seems like I'm gonna need another depot. And he's gonna basically trade the spine for free. Unless he wants to try and break it, though. He's gonna go for the break. That is not gonna work. There are just too many Reapers here. He's gonna lose every single SCV. The Reapers or the Queens are also gonna fall. He used the transfuses on the Queen, so now the spine is gonna die. There we go. And now we can kill that Queen as well, which is gonna be super nice. Maybe I can even start targeting this spine already. It's actually off creep. He didn't micro it. Let me pull that Reaper back. I pulled the wrong one back. If I just block the spine, it's never gonna be able to go down, which is really funny. There we go. I'm gonna actually refund that bunker. That goes down. He does have speedlings now, which is gonna make it infinitely more difficult. But is it gonna make it difficult enough? I'm not sure. Let's kill the queen. There we go. Another queen going down. I have so many freaking Reapers here, guys. It's actually pretty crazy. I'm doing micro, getting the weak Reapers to the back, and there we go. Have we lost a single Reaper, guys? I don't think we have. We lost 2 SCVs. We lost the bunker. We might have lost the Reaper. It does say 3 units, so maybe we lost 1, but this cheese looked absolutely beautiful. This is how the cheese is supposed to be executed. I've lost with this cheese before, but this game, this cheese looked absolutely unbeatable. Brutal cheese against one of the best Zergs in Europe. This episode is just insane so far. Let's win the ace match once again. Game number 3 on Grassfan. And I think I want to go for some kind of Hellion cheese. I feel like a Proxy Rax Marine is a pretty good strategy against the laser, but at the same time, it feels a little bit predictable. Now, after the last 2 cheeses I did, I don't think he's necessarily going to expect standard cheeses, but he's going to expect me to do some kind of cheese, and Proxy Rax Marine feels a little bit too predictable, so I'm not going to go for that one. I'm going to go for... I think I want to play ultra fast Hellion, so I'm going to play gas first, and then get the Hellions out. You know, I'm not sure if you guys remember this cheese. A while ago, I'm trying to remember against who I did it, but I actually don't really remember. A while ago, I showed you guys a Proxy Starport medevac drop cheese, followed by a battle cruiser. I think that could be a pretty sick build to try. Now I'm going to do it slightly different, because I'm going to make Hellions even faster than that. I'm going to get them on 1 base, no gas for expansion. I'm straight up going to make a barracks, followed by a marine, and then a factory and a reactor instantly. And then I'm going to SCV scout, but it's mostly going to be a bit of a fake. Like, I want to see where his overlords are and then try to hide my SCV in a good location for a Proxy Starport. Now, I have to admit, I've never done this version before, I think. So I don't even know if it works build-wise. I hope we don't end up in trouble like in that game number 1, where I just don't have the gas to make the stuff I need to. Because ideally, I do follow this up with a battle cruiser. That, I think, is going to be problematic. I can already predict that one in advance. I think we can get a Starport and a medevac out at a decent pace. The battlecruiser is going to be trouble because my second gas is going to be delayed. Else, I'll never get my expansion up. Like, I have to choose between a second gas or an expansion. But I just know playing against Zerg is always a bit weird. If you do a cheese, you always have to mind game. If they know you're on 1 base, they will quite literally just make a gajillion queens and they will defend your cheese. And that is the problem. And they don't even have to make too many drones. And if they ever fall behind in drones, if we don't have enough Cs to keep up, they can just make a bunch of drones at once with all the injects and stuff, right? So against Zerg, you do want to at least pretend to keep up with the economy. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Now, I did find the Overlord already, which is nice. He's going to go back to that pillar, as he usually does. And I will be able to hide my SCV properly, because I saw where both the Overlords were. So now I can go here with my SCV. That Overlord took a very substantial amount of damage. Now, knowing he laser, just like I explained in game number 1, he's probably not gonna send that Overlord in anyway, so it doesn't matter that much for him, but it's nice for us to have a little bit of certainty on that part. I'm gonna make 2 Hellions at once as soon as this depot finishes. I'm actually gonna cancel that SCV for it because I really want to get 2 Hellions ASAP. I think normally you save all the Hellions. I'm actually gonna get my gas first. This build is pretty crazy. I'm gonna skip an SCV for this. The way this build is developing is crazy, but normally you save 4 Hellions for the drop. Right now, maybe if I'm lucky, I could just straight drive by 2 Hellions and get like a crazy amount of damage done. That would be beautiful. And then I guess, or maybe I should fake it actually. I think faking it sounds like a slightly better idea. I'm gonna AFK my SCV there to not accidentally rally it across and reveal my strategy. That would be slightly tragic, you could say. Let's see what kind of defenses he has. He has the third base, of course. Yeah, the queens are a little bit too far in front. Sometimes they're out of position. Here they were pretty far in front, so I don't think I'm going to risk going for that. Let's see. The Overlord should still be on that pillar, which means he didn't see those Hellions. Oh, that one did see my Hellions, however. Okay, that is annoying. Can we avoid that, actually? I'm not sure if we can avoid being seen by that Overlord over there. I think maybe we barely can. Okay, let's go. And now I'm going to go in. I also want to rally some of my Hellions. Or I want to make some more SCVs, I mean, and then rally some of my Hellions if I have enough to his the front of his base, basically. Try to go into his natural. Here we go. Very fast reaction by him, of course, as I expected. Now, maybe we can get a really nice hit there. No, he's actually going to escape. Well done by him. And now I actually want to kind of dime this up with a Hellbat attack. That would be the final move for me. Okay, there's something in my base. Did it die? It did die, I think. Or not. I can't even see it. I'm actually a little bit confused right now. I have no idea whether that died or not. But there we go. I'm going to be able to make a battlecruiser pretty soon. And then I have a few more Hellions. Oh, he did find my Starport. He's going for a counterattack. He saw me move out, so he's going for a counter. And those links we can actually catch, I think. Let's see. Where are those Hellions at? Or those links at? I'm not so sure. Maybe I can actually trap them. If they're over here, we can get a really nice trap. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that is just so beautiful, guys. I trapped the links out, and now all of those links are going to die, which is insane. There we go. All those links dying one by one. He made so many freaking Zerglings, actually. I'm going to start my armory now. He's going to try to go for my Starport. Can I prevent that? I think I can. Let's see. I'm going to get the biggest target fire possible. There you go. All those links are going to die as well. And very soon. Now, obviously, he is completely aware of my strategy at this point, which is a little bit unfortunate. But it is the best I can do right now. See, I do have so many Hellions. I think I could probably just try and go for this and do a lot of damage. The links were nowhere to be seen. Let's see. Oh, that's a really good first volley, actually. So much damage done on that. Now, he might be making roaches. Oh, that is so many freaking queens. Holy crap. I don't think I would have anything to do with that amount of queens. Let's see. What is he going for? He's still making links. I guess he's probably going for a big counterattack. That is my best bet. Let's see. My battlecruiser is going to be here soon as well. And that's what I'm going to go for. Armory finish at the perfect timing. There we go. I'll just use these two Hellbats to clean it out. And now we're going to go in here. Here we go. Battlecruiser is on top of the queens already. Which is really nice. There we go. And now I need to sandwich the queens here. I didn't morph my Hellbats in time. Oh, it's going to be very close here, guys. Is it going to be all right? The Hellbats are going to do so much damage here if the queens are just shooting the battlecruiser. That's why the battlecruiser needs to follow at all times. Oh, he did make enough queens, I think. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Elaser does really like to make an absurd amount of queens. And it looks like we have been defeated here, unfortunately. I really like this idea of this build. We started off really well. If I did like a different follow-up that was not as cheesy, it definitely would have gone a little bit better for us, I want to say. Because we did kill so many freaking Zerglings and stuff, right? But yeah, against that amount of queens, there is just not much I can do, really. I think he had like 10 or so, which is pretty crazy. Now, maybe I can send this battlecruiser back. I'm going to try one more time, just with a second battlecruiser, pretty much, and see if it works out. I'm going to put... just micro these Hellions to perfection. Why not? Just casually do that, right? Also, really good link micro by him, of course. I'm trying to get it a little nook here. But I did buy a lot of time with that, which is nice. And it was good Hellion micro anyway. So nothing to complain about, really. And he's going to be trying to kill my SCVs. He did capture a few of my SCV or of my Hellions here. There we go. Taking good trades everywhere, to be honest. The problem mostly is that I don't really have enough units to kill the queen. So even if I'm taking good trades, I need a whole lot more than that. And we're going to try one more time. I'm actually going to pull the boys for this last attack because he didn't seem to make banelings, which could potentially be good news for an SCV pool here. Now, this is obviously a little bit insane to do SCV pooling against a Zerg. I'm not sure if this has ever worked before. Well, I did actually win some games with this before. I'm pretty sure at some point, but I'm not sure about this one. He sees the SCVs coming across and he's like, oh, Mark, I'm going on YouTube, aren't I? I mean, he already knew, of course, at this point. Now, I do have 2 BCs. I also have Yamato finishing, which could be pretty nice, to be honest. Like, I could imagine worse things than Yamato. Okay, here we go. He did actually find my SCVs. Hey, this might actually not be that bad. Here we go. Oh, he does have Banelings, actually. Okay, that's a little bit worse. But if the Banelings are not on the Hellbats, then maybe. Okay, really good splits here. I do think he just has too many queens, though, and that's going to be a GG well played. So many... He still has 40 queens. Oh, my goodness. Well, all right, guys. I'll be honest. I was feeling tired already a little bit at the start of this game. I was feeling a little bit fatigued. I've been recording for 2 hours, talking for 2 hours, and playing. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I thought it was pretty epic. I can't believe the series against Max Packs, where I kind of felt like I could have won every single game, and we actually beat him. We won against the Laser. Could have won the first game here, actually. Like, the last game strategy did look good enough, but the first game we could have won if I had enough gas. But it was a beautiful win overall. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.